Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel Info Aviation. So as you might know, today we are going to learn pilot language. We will learn pilot ABC and numbers. We will also learn the meaning of the words Mayday, Panpan, Roger and Wilco. So let us get started. In pilot language, you don't say SYJ1549. Yeah, this is just an example. So you read it out as Sierra Yankee Juliet 1549er. Yeah, it's a bit different. So all I want to say is you say words for alphabets. Like if you want to say S, you say Sierra. Now it means that we need to choose a word whose initials start with the alphabet we want to convey. These words are decided in a way that there are no pronunciation mix-up. Let us go back to our example Sierra Yankee Juliet 1459. Nothing is mixed up in this. In the same way, there is for each alphabet. Alpha for A, Bravo for B, Charlie for C, Delta for D, Echo for E, Foxtrot for F, Golf for G, Hotel for H, India for I, Juliet for J, Kilo for K, Lima for L, Mike for M, November for N, Oscar for O, Papa for P, Quebec for Q, Roger for R, Sierra for S, Tango for T, Umbrella for U, Victor for V, Whiskey for W, X-ray for X, Yankee for Y, and Zulu for Z. So this might look complicated, but it helps the pilot a lot. Now, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9er. Yeah, not 9, it's 9er. And then 0, or whatever you prefer. So now, for the meanings of Roger, Wilco, Mayday, and Panpan, I pass on to Tilak.
Thank you very much, Advik. So, as Advik has nicely explained Pilot ABC and Pilot 123, so it's turn for me to explain you all Mayday, Panpan, Pax, Roger, Zulu, flight level, and Wilco. These words sound terrible just because you don't know the meaning and when to use it. And that's exactly what I am going to tell you right now. So, the first one is Pax. Pax means passengers. So if you hear your pilot saying we have 155 packs on board, it means there are 155 of passengers on board. So next is flight level. So flight level means 0 square. Okay, I just made that up. But it's a trick that you can use to remember the meaning of flight level. So flight level 360 or FL360 is mentioned by a pilot. So it means that you are either climbing, it means he'll say you're climbing 360 FL360 or flight level 360 or maintaining FL360. So 0 square comes into picture here because 360 and 0 square is actually 0, but here it means you need to add 2 zeros behind. So 360 and 2 more zeros, that is 3600, 36,000. Got the feet, means altitude is always mentioned in feet in aviation. Now next is Mayday. Yeah, it looks familiar. So Mayday doesn't mean a day in the month May, but it is used in emergencies where the situation is about life and death. Mayday falls in distress and rescue passwords. So Mayday means SOS, right? You ask me? Yeah, you're right. So SOS was stopped using because Mayday caught more attention. Mayday is used mostly in big failures like engine failure, cabin depressurization, medical emergencies, and damage to the fuselage or a malfunction. Mayday is always told 3 times. They can also say that you are declaring an emergency. So now these two things are same, Mayday and declaring an emergency. So now let's give you an example of Mayday so that you can understand it better. So Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. This is Cactus 1549er. Requesting permission to land at runway 19 left. We have lost all engines and we have 155 packs on board. Yeah, this was an example, but it relates to Sully's great landing in the Hudson. Hey, you want to know about that landing? We have already made a video on that. The link will be in the description. So now, saying this emergency words for pranks. Okay, you can do this prank on someone but not officially. If you're a pilot, you can't just say these things on video. Of course, I know you know about this and I don't need to tell you, because this will get you on the bad side of FAA, Federal Aviation, and no one wants that. So now let's go to Panpan. Yeah, before we go to Panpan, Mayday. How did Mayday come into use? French pilot used Mayday during emergencies. So Mayday in French means help me. So this is the first French word I have learned. Okay, so this was proposed by British because he was an ATC, air traffic controller. He mostly heard French pilots saying Mayday in emergencies. He proposed the word Mayday because it was more easier for British pilots to pronounce. So that's the history of Mayday. So now let's go to Panpan. Panpan is for emergencies below Mayday. These are situations where it is not about life and death, but it can soon become a situation of life and death. So it is unsafe to fly. Continue your flight. So like a crack in the windshield is a Panpan, and no windshield is Mayday. Yeah, so you remember Sichuan 8633 from our previous video. Panpan is also called 3 times, so I'll give you another example of this. Pan. This is Sichuan 3 umbrella 8633. We have a crack in our windshield. So that's all about Panpan. Now Roger. Roger means message understood. That's all about Roger. Wilco. Wilco means yeah, I'll do this or I'm doing as I'm instructed. It's just a merging of will compensate. So the last one of today is Zulu. Zulu is actually a time zone followed in Greenwich, England. So all the planes in the air need to follow Zulu time. So for example, it is 6 p.m. or 1800 hours as per Indian Standard Time Zone. But the plane will still have 12:30 p.m. even if it's flying up in Mumbai airspace. So still the time out there will be 12:30 p.m. or 12:30 hours. So that's all for today. Please subscribe, share and like our videos. Aviation is the future. Aviation will be everything. This channel is dedicated to make aviation safer. Thank you very much.